I don't know, man. That seems pretty hard.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Do you want some suspenseful background music while you do your intro?
No. This is not a fair. It's not to do with horror stuff. I mean,
Welcome to True Crime at Midnight.
Oh, God.
Alex Livingston is your commentator. He will be telling you about the mysterious disappearance of Donald J. Trump into the halls of
Area 53.
the Mountain King.
Song, stupid.
Welcome
Mountain King. That's a song.
to True Crime Podcasts with Alex Livingston. Good morning, everyone. This is True Crime at Midnight.
Shut up.
This is your host, Alex Livingston. We are talking about the mysterious disappearance of Donald J. Trump into the hall of the Mountain King.
When I
the floor is open to you.
Hello and welcome to the first episode of our podcast, Virtual Campfire Tangents. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm joined here with the two people that will be taking this journey with, Caleb and Torin.
Hello.
I'm Caleb.
And I'm Torin.
There we go. This is a
Torin.
Podcast. This is a podcast where the host chooses the topic of their choice, meaning anything that they want to talk about, and we go from there. The host can ask questions, and we talk about a general topic. They can ask questions. They can, and then at the end, it is their job to choose the host of the next episode, and it can be the person of your choosing. So you have to either choose Caleb or Torin to host the next episode, and they will also choose the topic from there. And the topic of today is skydiving. So do with that info with what you will, and I
always say go head first.
Jump out of the plane head first like a swan dive.
Exactly.
If you go straight down, you won't belly flop.
You want to go in the deep end whenever you're skydiving.
Oh yeah, that's true. So yeah, we're gonna talk about skydiving a little bit, and then I'm gonna ask you guys some questions. So, what are your general thoughts on skydiving and why people do it?
I think people do it because, help me out here, Torin. Come on.
Because they want to die. They want to die without actually dying.
They want to feel that rush of dying, but then they can pull the parachute whenever they're done.
Yeah, exactly. It's the adrenaline of the fear of death, but if the parachute works properly, then they won't die.
Exactly.
But if the parachute fails, well, then that's a whole nother story.
Then you have the rest of your life to fix it.
And if they're strapped to someone else, then they both go out.
Then someone's life is in their hands then. Okay, so this actually brings me into another question.
Ooh,
question. Do you think skydiving is a good way to get over the fear of heights?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, if you survive it, you really have no reason to be scared of heights anymore.
That's a good point. So, what if you were strapped to another person, and this is so let's say you're in this situation. You're strapped to another person as you skydive, right? Yeah. And the other person, on the way down, says that they don't know what they're doing.
Oh.
What is your reaction in that moment, both of you?
I feel like I'd have a similar reaction to if I was in a hospital and they were halfway cutting out my kidney, and all of a sudden they said, "Oh, we don't have a degree," and I'd just be like,
Or,
well, crap.
no. The worst thing to hear when you're getting a surgery, if like you wake up, is like, oops,
It was
from
a
one of the
failure.
doctors. Like you're sitting there, you suddenly wake up, you feel them all like say it's like open heart surgery, right? Or wait, no, that's not how that works. You're kind of dead for that, aren't you?
No.
No.
Oh no, that's like, yeah.
How about closed heart surgery?
How does that work? What is that?
They grip your cold, dying heart in their hands and they pump it. Pump.
That's
pump.
just CPR.
Pump. No, they grab the heart
No, like
and they pump it.
They take their hand, shove it in your chest, and squeeze your heart to pump it.
Yeah, and they pump the heart, and it gets
Oh.
the blood moving.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's real.
Considering I didn't know it was a thing, I have no idea if that's real or not.
I saw it in a movie. I mean,
I saw it in a movie once in 2003.
Exactly.
Caleb would be like that person that would break like a world record, like, I bet I could throw that football over that mountain over there, and then you do it, and then you don't let it go for like 40 plus years. You're just sitting there at home with your family who had no idea of the event, and you're like, you guys remember when I threw that football over the mountain? Yeah.
Yeah, you just told us about it yesterday.
Well, it was great. I was great.
I was in the Guinness World Record book and everything, and no one's ever beat it.
I was in the book of the Guinness World Records of 2012.
It's
No
2040.
one's ever
Shut
gonna
up, Dad.
beat my record.
And then your son is like, "No, I bet I could do it."
And I say, you're no son of mine if you beat my record.
You disown.
Okay, so this is okay. So what would you do if you broke your record?
I would be very angry at him, but I'm a rational person deep down, so I would do nothing more.
You would disown him for the rest of your life.
I would give him the look.
That classic Caleb look.
I just give him the look. I just look at him and be like, you know what you did.
You know.
You
My
know.
boom arm just fell over. Hold on. Oh, Lord. Okay, so back to the question on what would you do if your skydiver person that like you were strapped to said that you don't know what you're doing as you're falling?
I'd pull out my phone and watch Austin McConnell's video on how to survive a skydiving fall
While you're falling?
while I'm falling.
But then, you get an unskippable 30-second ad from YouTube.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah. What happens if you get like an ad that you can't skip?
You get that ad that of the Lego Movie where it just played the entire Lego Movie and it didn't let you skip it. Did you hear about that? That was the thing.
Wasn't really?
Yeah, whenever the Lego Movie came out, they messed up something and it made it where like the whole movie was just free as an ad, but you couldn't skip it.
Oh no, it's like an hour and a half long ad.
Yeah.
By that point, I would honestly
People
just
just
refresh
reload
my
it.
video to see if I can
Yeah.
get a different ad.
Well, I mean that's what people would have to do, but it's still annoying.
Yeah. But here's the thing: would you have the ability to do that from that high up? Wouldn't be able to hold onto your phone though?
I would grab an eagle.
It's just fly away.
Yeah, because an eagle can hold up two people while you're falling at like 60 miles an hour. What's terminal velocity? Torin, you're smart. You should know this.
They'd fall where you can't fall faster.
Yeah, we know
Well,
what terminal
but what's
velocity is.
Speed. What is the speed of that?
No,
I know what terminal velocity is.
I don't know.
Terminal velocity is 150 miles per hour.
Okay, so do you think an eagle would be able to save you going 150 at like, okay, so you're falling with two people at 150 and you slam into an eagle. You think that's going to catch you?
Okay, hear me out. 2 eagles.
Okay. Two eagles.
2
An
eagles.
unladen swallow.
I don't think they'd be able to hold you either. And where would you be skydiving for that to be there?
Well, if it's an African swallow, it could be anywhere.
How big?
How
How
the
big are
Europe.
swallows?
Now that's a good question, sir, and I don't know the answer to that. But I know for sure that African swallows are better than European swallows.
Okay, how do you know that?
Because an African swallow can carry a coconut.
Oh, a whole coconut. Yes, because that is equal to like, all right, 2 150-pound people falling at 155 miles an hour.
Yes.
So that's 300 pounds.
Swallow.
That's like 300 pounds, not including gear, which is like an extra, I don't know, 40 pounds. So that's an extra, that's 340 pounds falling at 155. If you run into a bird, that bird's going to explode.
You don't know that.
I don't,
It'll be
but I have a good inclination that that is
Have you
what would happen.
Have you ever seen that happen?
No, because I don't think anybody's hit a bird while skydiving.
Exactly, so you don't know.
Yeah, and you don't know that it's going to save you.
Well, yeah, but that's the whole Schrodinger's cat situation is it could or it couldn't.
And all of a sudden, we have a multiverse.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so realistically though, what would you like try to do if like you couldn't land on a bird and you couldn't like pull out your phone to do anything?
I would just wait it out.
I'd take his
You would wait for
parachute,
the sweet and
cut,
break
cut
death.
the connection between us, and throw him.
The dude that you're strapped to has the parachute.
Yeah, did you not hear me? I take the parachute.
Oh, okay. You take the parachute and you sacrifice yourself, or no, you sacrifice him for yourself.
Yes.
That's a pretty selfish move there, sir.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah. I would want to try to save both of our lives. Okay, so all right. I got another question for you guys. If you were skydiving and you pulled the parachute, right, and you're floating down and it's all well and fine, but then and then one of the ropes on the parachute like snaps and your parachute goes all sideways and the rope starts twisting around you. There is a way to get out of that. I want to see if you guys know.
You pull it. You pull the ropes
Okay.
apart.
But the thing is, you're also spinning. So the ropes are also being knotted together while the parachute itself is folding and like you're falling faster.
You turn your body the opposite way to which it's spinning.
Okay, so then that gets the rope like from off of your body. Then what do you do?
Oh, well, I didn't know I had to survive this situation. I just thought I had to solve it.
No, you got to survive it.
Oh, well, that's too hard.
It's too early for that.
Yeah, it's too early for that. Like, what time do you think it is?
11 a.m.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
so...
too early.
You stay up till like 4 in the morning and then wake up at 3 p.m. Of course, it's too early for you.
Your point.
Exactly. Caleb actually wakes up at a decent time. You wake up at like what, 8 or 9 a.m.
Yes.
on like a Saturday and Sunday.
Well, on Sundays I wake up at 6.
Well, yeah, Saturdays you generally wake up around 8 or 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because my thought process is, if you wake up at noon, you have wasted so much of the day. Do you know how much more you could get done
Yes,
if
but
you
I
like
do
woke
that
up on time
later
instead
in
of
the day.
noon? You would have so many more hours to do what you wanted to do.
But I have those hours later.
Yeah, because you stay up till 4 in the morning, but that's also not good.
Yes.
You shouldn't do that.
No, it's completely fine. Because my body likes that.
Not really.
No, I feel I actually am not tired when I sleep like that.
Well, yeah, because you've gotten used to that. But when you wake up at 3 p.m., you miss so much of the day.
Okay, well the night's better. Anyway, back to the dying situation.
Okay, so Torin, what would you do in that scenario?
So you said that one of the ropes is completely broken.
Yes, and then and as you're spinning through the air, the other ropes and all the cables connected to the parachute are wrapping around you, and the parachute is like folded onto itself, and you're just like falling now. The parachute is doing nothing.
I'd probably try to
But-
cut it and then activate the secondary parachute.
Okay, so you activate,
Ooh.
cut the rope, and your secondary parachute activates, right?
Yes.
And then you go down safely to the ground. Torin, you have successfully survived this. Caleb, better luck next time.
Let's go.
Okay.
Oh.
So, all right, you're the pilot of the plane, right? And you decided it would have been a really bright idea to bring a plane with, and it's a propellered plane with the propellers on the wings, right? So you're flying along, you're doing your thing, and then you open the doors, and then the guys jump out. One of the guys gets hit by a stream of wind and slams into the propeller, completely into pieces.
I think planes like that have the door on the back.
All right, but he built this plane himself.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
That's a lie.
So just hear me out. This is a scenario, right?
You can't build
It
a plane
happens.
by yourself.
Sure you can.
I'd like to
Then
see
I'm
you
not going
try.
on that flight.
He builds the plane out of recycled metal barn materials. All right, okay. And you jump out of the plane, and the one guy beside you falls back and hits the engine and is chopped into pieces, and the engine is broken, and the plane is starting to fall. The pilot is freaking out. All right, he just immediately jumps out of his seat and just straight up jumps out the window of the plane. All right, you're the only one in the
Did he
plane at
grab
this
a
point.
Parachute or just
No, he just jumped.
oh
So you're freaking out, right?
yeah.
And you're
As I
in
will.
this plane, which is just a bloody mess, complete mess. The engine's on fire. You're going down. All right. You have a parachute, but you also know that the plane is going to crash into a residential zone. What do you do?
Oh.
I'd probably try to take the plane and like glide it away.
Yeah, I mean, even if the engines aren't moving, you can still like
I-
maneuver the plane. So you just
The one wing. Okay, so if a person slams into an engine, it's gonna like catch fire. So the plane is on fire.
yeah.
So-
But you just
Once the-
point the plane away from the residential area, and then you jump out.
See, but at that point, the wing is probably gonna end up falling off, and you're gonna start spinning. So you're not gonna have any control.
Mm.
'Cause you can't fly a plane without both of your wings. Especially if it's a scrap plane made of a metal barn.
Oh well, hold on.
I told
Why
you,
did-
the guy made it at home. All right,
You can't make a plane out of a barn.
he wanted to take his pal skydiving. All right, so he found one of those wooden hangars, no, not wooden, those old metal sheet hangars from World War II. All right, and he fabricated the body of his plane from that. He took some old engines from some fighter planes, and just kind of strapped them onto the wings. Right, the wheels are just like truck tires. All right. So
Mhm.
it's not very advanced, but it flies. So he was ready. He was all excited to take his friends out skydiving, and then that happens. All right. So the guy's already heading to the ground really fast. The plane, the one wing is ready to snap off. The engine's already gone. The other engine's still working, and you're slightly tilted to the left, and you're going like down really quickly.
Well, am I right above the residential area?
You are about a mile out, but you can tell that the plane is heading to that like.
Okay,
to that
so you
area.
just point the thing nose down.
Okay, so you're going nose down, right?
Yeah,
All right. So then what do you do?
You jump out.
you just accept it.
Okay, so you accept it. You hit the ground and the plane explodes. All right. You have died, but you have saved possibly a lot of people. All right. It also depends on where the plane crashes. Like if the plane crashed into like a couple houses, that's not like 100 people. But if it like crashed into like a parking lot of a Walmart, then maybe you had some issues. A lot of people's days are ruined because a plane crashed into a parking lot and caused a bunch of people's cars to have a lot of damage and whatnot. So, Torrent, you have not done much contributing, so I'm gonna ask you a question just for you. All right. So, let's say you're skydiving with say one of your friends. All right. Let's say you're skydiving with Caleb. All right.
I'm not
Okay.
skydiving with Torin. I heard what he does to the person who's not useful to him.
No, you guys aren't strapped together. But this time,
Okay.
you're not in parachutes. You're in wingsuits.
Ooh.
So you can like fly around. It's like how fast you can take a wingsuit in. And Torin wants to attempt to fly through the Grand Canyon. All right. So you guys are in your wingsuits. You're on the plane, and then you dive down. You both are. You're as tight as you can be. You're flying down, and then you guys both open your wingsuits, and you're flying through the Grand Canyon, right? So Torin, you're having a blast. You're doing a lot of fun, right? And then you look behind you real quick to see Caleb hit the side of the Grand Canyon and fall to the ground.
Oh God.
Oh jeez.
So you swoop around and you try to slow down. You get there, and he's barely alive at this point because he slammed into a rock.
I would have
Alright,
been dead.
I think he would be dead from flying into
I don't know
a
what
wall
you're
with a
talking about.
wingsuit.
Nah, he had a helmet on. Fine. So
The safety
you-
helmet.
Oh, I had a helmet on. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, Torin, you go over to him. All right, and you guys are both on the ground at this point, and the Grand Canyon. You're at the part of the Grand Canyon where there's no you're in the middle of it, so there's no tourist spots there because you can't get to it. All right. You're
There's no
sitting
donkey
there.
rides to bring you back up.
You're sitting there at the bottom of the valley. All right. Caleb's practically dead at this point. He's bleeding out real bad. What do you do?
I'd probably call the nearest hospital and tell them to send a helicopter.
You have no service.
It's-
Oh,
You're in the
jeez.
middle of the Grand Canyon, bud.
there's
I told you we
service in
shouldn't have
above the
gone on
Grand
this trip,
Canyon.
Torin.
Okay,
You mutter that.
okay,
You're
but if
coughing
I
up
call
blood.
911, then any...
You have no service.
But then no, it'll give me service because that's how 911 works.
That is true.
Does it really?
Yes.
Yes.
You
okay,
are automatically given service wherever you are. Oh, no.
Yes, it doesn't matter what you're
Yes.
paying for. Anything that has towers around there are legally obligated to give you service if you call 911.
That is true.
Okay, they're legally obligated, but that doesn't mean they're going.
No, that does mean they're going to.
'Cause
You
if
don't.
they
That's
don't,
how the
they're
law
like-
works.
They're getting like obliterated out of existence.
Oh, you know that companies don't law is. That's a myth.
This is a poorly researched question.
It's not a research question. I did no amount of research to this at all. This is straight off the dome. That's why it's funny because it's so terrible. All right, so you get a hold of the 911 operator, and they send a helicopter. So you both are airlifted away, all right? And then Torin on the ride to the hospital, Torin, you get bored, all right?
Oh no.
You're still in your wingsuit. See you jump out of the helicopter, all right? And you decide to race the helicopter to the hospital
What?
Why
Okay.
would I do that?
because you're bored, and that's something you would do. So you jump out of the helicopter and you're trying to race the helicopter to the hospital. You beat it, and then you're standing there waiting for it to land on the helipad. And then Caleb is in the hospital, and he makes somehow miraculously from these genius doctors, he makes a full recovery. And then Caleb, when you get out of the hospital, all right, what are you gonna do to Torin, or what are you gonna say to Torin?
I don't know. I mean, he did call 911. I'm gonna thank
Yeah,
him.
he saved your life, but he also roped you into going to doing wingsuit through the Grand Canyon.
Well, it's not
Well,
my
I mean, he
fault
didn't.
slapped into a
Yeah,
wall.
he didn't know I was gonna slap into a wall.
No, but
That's his fault.
I think I just go to TED Talk and start doing speeches about how I almost died by hitting a wall,
yeah,
and
I gave
I
him a new
make that
career.
I make that a metaphorical lesson on life about.
you make a career out of that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Okay,
take
So-
it as a plus. It only happens once in a lifetime.
yeah. This isn't technically part of skydiving, but what do you both think of those, like, okay, so you know like a paraglider, it's like a hang glider that you hold on to, right?
Yes.
But it also has like a really big fan like engine on the back of it, and you can kind of like fly around with it, but you
Oh,
control
yeah.
it with like your hands.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you guys think of those?
Sounds like it'd be fun.
Yeah.
It also sounds like a lot
Would
of
you-
paperwork, so I don't sue them.
Yeah, it's probably a lot of paperwork because all these like especially like dangerous recreational activities, there's got to be so much paperwork involved. Like
Yeah.
just
Oh,
an
well, yeah.
insane amount of paperwork. So the amount of paperwork for going skydiving at all is just has to be ridiculously like unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, like all the time you have to spend in like a
Probably costs
training
a lot,
camp to
too.
show you how to use all the parachutes, like to show you how to use everything, to show you what you do if it fails. Like there's a whole training thing that you have to go through. And like that's why I almost think that yeah, skydiving would be like cool, but I just feel like it's way too much effort for a thing that lasts like 10 minutes or something.
The longest one is like 5 minutes.
Yeah, see, even like that, yeah.
It's like 2
Like,
minutes.
yeah. Caleb, do you have anything to say about that?
No, I was trying to find out how much paperwork you need to sign for skydiving, but that's not an answer that they give you.
It's probably based
Probably
on
because
the
it's-
company.
Yeah, it has to be based on what you're doing. So, and also, skydiving is really expensive,
Yeah.
like ridiculously overpriced for.
Well, I mean,
How-
I would assume it's probably about the cost of a plane ticket.
So, well, it's for the plane ticket. You're renting all the equipment.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'd probably be. Yeah, so I mean,
You
it's
know,
it's not overpriced. It's just like there's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff that you have to.
You're also paying them not to sue you, or not for you not to sue. I don't know.
No, they're not paying you not to sue them. They're making you sign paperwork so you don't sue them.
Yeah, exactly.
They would after you
paying
after
them. You're paying them to give you papers so you can't.
the only time they would pay you is if when you inevitably sue them. After, yeah, and then they'll try to settle it out of court so they don't have to close their business.
Yeah, but if they do take it to court, they sign the company shows the paper that you signed, and that's their only evidence for them to win the case is that they have the paper that you signed that says
Oh
that
well,
you sue them.
yeah, that doesn't work. I mean, if you were in court, I'm sure they could figure out a loophole to get you the money there,
Oh,
where it's like the paperwork wouldn't help you.
But see,
I
here's
mean,
the thing.
Probably could.
Here's the thing, though. It was also your choice to go skydiving, so you knew the risk.
yeah,
So
that
if you
doesn't
got
matter.
hurt- If you got hurt, would you still sue them, even though you were the one that chose to go skydiving?
Well, I mean, I
If it was
wouldn't
their
sue them.
fault.
Yeah, if I got hurt doing it, I wouldn't sue them. I would just like that's my fault, but I'm sure someone would.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's say if it was your fault, you wouldn't sue them. But let's say some of their equipment like fails, would you then sue them?
Oh well, if their equipment fails, that's not really their fault because there is always a chance that the parachute won't open. But like, I mean, if they purposely try to sabotage it, then yeah, I would try to seek some type of legal.
A hitman's watching you, and it's like, and like
Yeah,
you get okay.
like-
He puts a letter in the mail for you. It's a pamphlet about skydiving because he knows that you like doing like you're a daredevil and you'll do stuff like that. So he leaves the note in your mail. You look at it, and it looks pretty official, right? It's a nice brochure on skydiving.
Oh yeah, skydiving brochures,
Yeah, this is the thing.
high class skydiving brochures, 4 out of 5 stars.
Yep. So then you go to the company, right? And it's a real company, and you can skydive, right? So you're getting all strapped into the plane and everything, and a guy comes over and is like, hey, I need to service your backpack there a bit. The parachute didn't open in the last flight, so I need to take that from you real quick. So he goes into the back room, he fixes it up, right? He gives it to you, and then of course as you jump out, the parachute doesn't open, and you slam into the ground and die.
I can't
That
really
would be
sue
an
them if
intentional
I'm dead.
sabotage.
Yeah, I mean, but I also can't sue them if I'm dead. So like,
Yes, your family can sue them.
well, I mean, that's too much work. That's like an NCIS episode.
Yeah, that's too much work to get possibly millions of dollars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Who
better ways.
wouldn't-
There's better ways of making $1 million than suing a company.
Yeah, like inventing Amazon.
Yeah, or like, inventing something that isn't Amazon. Because who likes Amazon?
I mean,
Exactly. No,
Exactly.
you don't have an answer.
yeah,
All right.
well,
All right, roll the credits. We're done.
Roll the credit.
End of the episode. All right, Caleb. It seems like you have a strong opinion on Amazon. You got something to say?
He went to space for a reason. It's because no one likes him.
Okay, all right. Why?
Elon Musk is better.
Why does no one like Amazon?
I don't know. I mean, wasn't there that thing like where they were like not letting their workers go to the bathroom? Oh boy. Oh no, we lost Alex.
Oh no.
Oh, here he is.
He's back.
He got really mad because I said I didn't like Amazon and he stormed out.
Yeah.
No, I hit the button with my forearm.
The mute button.
Yeah, no, the end call button.
Oh.
It's fine. So, why? What do you mean? What? Bathroom thing? What? Is that a thing?
Okay, hold on. Okay, you guys talk about something for a second. I'm gonna look this up so I don't sound stupid. Hold on.
Torrin, do you
That'll
remember that
change
being a
it.
thing? Do you remember that being a thing?
No.
That would be really crazy if they actually didn't let their company go to the. What? Why? I mean, like you're still working. Of course, you're gonna have to go to the bathroom. Why wouldn't you have a bathroom? Or you probably have one, but why wouldn't you let them use it?
All right,
Because
I
of
opened the
efficiency.
I opened the first website that came up, and I'm gonna read it, and this is gonna be the best I can do.
Okay.
Oh no.
This is
Yeah.
the
Is it too early for this still?
no, it's just I don't care.
This
All
is
right,
one
let's
of the
read this. All right,
stupidest-
let's get my reading glasses on. All right, The Verge, TheVerge.com says the title of the article is Amazon warehouse workers skip bathroom breaks to keep their jobs, says report. In the UK, an undercover reporter and a labor survey exposed harrowing work conditions. Ooh, this sounds interesting. Amazon warehouse workers are forced to pee in bottles or forego their bathroom breaks entirely because fulfillment demands are too high, according to
Put things
journalists.
in boxes.
No, in bottles.
No, they put the product in boxes. Why can't you let them use the bathroom?
I don't know. Ask The Verge.
They have enough money. Just buy robots that do everything.
How are we ever going to get a sponsorship on this podcast when in the first episode I've already severed ties with Amazon?
We're already like ripping on a company.
I mean, it's like first like half hour, and I've already said I don't like Amazon. Yet I'll still buy things from Amazon. I just whatever.
Exactly. Anyway, Verve.com.
Actually, wait. Okay, I have an answer to what I would do if my parachute didn't open. I would open Amazon and I would order a trampoline right under where I'm landing and get it the that day delivery.
You're gonna need a bit faster than that day.
Well, I mean, but I'm falling right beside an Amazon warehouse, so they'll get it to me quick. Exactly.
So like, how big is this parachute? Or how big is this trampoline?
Big enough to catch a falling person.
Hmm.
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 You would open Amazon on the way down.
Yeah, I'd open Amazon on the way down and order a thing real quick.
You gotta do same day elite shipping.
Yeah, same day Amazon Prime.
You gotta type in your coordinates and they like airdrop it to you.
Yeah. Yeah, they airdrop it to me and it hits me in the head and I pass out.
It launches you down towards the ground faster.
I feel like airdropping me a trampoline would be really ineffective because I can't set up a trampoline while I'm falling.
Well, if they
drone
can't
just flies
build the
over to you.
trampoline in time for you to hit the ground.
Yeah, but if I'm right beside an Amazon company thing,
You're gonna land on the Amazon building.
well, no, I wouldn't want to land on a solid building. That's a horrible idea. I would want
Oh
them
yeah,
to build
but
me.
that's your current trajectory.
Oh, Well, I mean,
You just
yeah, you just order one, you put in your exact coordinates, they come to the roof, set up a trampoline, you hit the trampoline, and then you survive.
Yeah, you'd have to have like Ultra Prime for that one.
Exactly.
Amazon
10-second
Ultra Prime.
shipping.
There you go.
Yes.
They just throw it out
'Cause-
the
And then
side of
they
the
have
warehouse.
like a NASCAR pit crew to go out and build the trampoline for you. Or no, an F1 pit crew
Mhm.
is really faster. Have you seen the speed of some of them guys?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's crazy. And the fact that they have so many rules that they have to follow, like you can't be over the wall too soon. You can't like there's just so many things. You can't have too many guys over the wall. Every guy has a certain thing that they can do, and if they do anything else, that's like a pit penalty, and they have to go back in.
Yeah.
Like there's so many things that can go wrong and can go right, and then yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, Caleb, you didn't finish your story. Why do you not like Amazon?
I don't know. Because I heard that someone else didn't like Amazon and I didn't have an opinion on it, so I just took that opinion.
Torin, is there any company you hate?
Uh,
Yeah, Torn. Don't make it people that can pay us money though. We want those sponsorships.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
I really
talking to
hate-
you. I'm talking to you, eBay.
Yeah, you guys are great.
Okay, so we should get an eBay sponsorship just by ripping on Amazon, because then they'll hear it and be like,
yes.
these are our guys. God, we hate Amazon so much.
Caleb, go ahead. Tell us why you hate Amazon.
I just hate Amazon, Alex. It's horrible.
It's
You
just
know,
an awful
they don't.
company.
They're just the worst company ever.
Don't you think their shipping is sometimes just
No, they're just the worst
bad?
company. No, worst company ever. It's so bad. Nothing good about it.
Terrible. Is it the company itself or the guy who invented the company?
Everyone in Amazon.
You get a job at Amazon, you're done.
You're
Sorry.
just a terrible person. You're a registered terrible person.
So,
So, like I
Torn,
said-
you never answered what company
Yeah.
isn't going to sponsor us anymore.
You know,
Yeah, do you-
I really
do you hate any
Dasani water.
Dasani water.
Why? Hold on a second. Okay. Dasani water is good though.
Yeah, well, okay. I will have to admit, though, we can all agree that Deer Park is terrible.
Yes.
Yeah, Deer Park isn't. It's not that
Deer
good.
Park just tastes like straight up dirt.
Have you ever?
Why do you not like Dasani?
I don't know.
Because you pressured him for an answer, and he just thought of the first thing that popped in his mind, probably.
I just thought
Why
of
did-
when I saw an article about how even during the hurricane, Dasani water was the only thing left in the store.
So apparently a lot of people don't like Dasani water.
I guess not.
I
I
don't
guess-
see.
I guess so. Sorry.
I don't have a problem with Dasani. Dasani water tastes like water. You know, there's so many different water companies, but they all just sell water.
Yeah, water should be free.
Except for-
I mean,
Except for Coca-Cola.
they should only. No, Coca-Cola has Dasani.
Yes. But they
Oh, okay.
don't
I didn't know
sell-
you knew that. Okay. Anyway, that's a stupid joke.
Coca-Cola. What?
Huh?
Coca-Cola owns Dasani.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, like, I think water. I think water should be free. Like, they should only pay. They should only make you pay for how much the plastic bottle would cost. Because, like,
Yeah, exactly. Because
Like water-
bottle costs like 25 cents to produce.
yeah, like water shouldn't cost anything. It's water. We all need water.
Yeah, exactly. And like, there's so many different companies of what. Like, there's so many companies that sell water. But But the thing is, though, they all still sell water. Like, why do you have to have so many companies to sell the same thing?
I don't
Because
know,
at
man.
least,
'Cause
at least
capitalism.
something like chip brands. There's so many chip brands, but at least all the chips taste different and different flavors.
I mean, that's capitalism. They all gotta sell water. I think we should go to a socialistic society. Sponsor us, Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders in office near you. What a guy. We endorse Bernie Sanders.
This episode brought to you by Bernie Sanders.
I mean, I'd take a sponsorship from Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's not horrible.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. I don't think he's awful.
No, everyone like makes him sound like he's horrible because they think he's a communist, but he's actually not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So anyway, what do we gotta do? Socialists, right?
yeah, I mean,
Yeah. We can definitely do that really easily. Yeah, because when you own a podcast, you can automatically just change the world like that.
Yeah. It's the power that comes with the podcast.
That's the power that comes with the podcast. With every podcast comes a great political responsibility.
so any more questions, Mr.
Um,
Host?
Mr. Hostman, man.
Oh, man. Okay, so
Hey, wait a minute, Mr. Host Man.
what?
No, it's a reference no one understands.
Oh, of course, it's a reference.
One of
You're
our
the
viewers one of our viewers will understand it. They'll appreciate it.
Yes.
Just one.
Okay, so you're on a sky bus, all right? You're on a Boeing 747, all right? And you decide you want to go skydiving. So,
I mean, didn't you already make that decision while you're on the Skybus? Isn't that what that is?
no, a Boeing 747 is an airliner.
Is it really called a Skybus?
People do call them sky buses, yeah, because they're just a big version of they're just a bus with wings. 'Cause they hold like 200 people.
I mean, I guess a car is just a horse with an engine. If you want to go at it
Why
that
do you
way.
think why do you think they're measured by horsepower?
Yeah, but 1 horsepower doesn't equal the power of 1 horse.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's a myth.
No, it's not a myth. It's math.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Myth, math, same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you're in a sky bus, all right? A Boeing 747, one of the big boys, all right? And you
Okay.
decide you want to go skydiving, okay? So you go ahead, you pull your backpack out of the top compartment. You're sitting there, you're chilling, you're having a good time. All right? You pull the backpack out and you walk towards the front. The flight attendant is like, "Where are you going, sir?" "Oh, I'm just going to put my bag in the restroom." Okay, so you walk past the flight attendant. She gives you some confused looks, obviously. You go ahead, you slam open the door to the inside of the plane. The entire thing depressurizes. Whole bunch of air is rushed out of the cabin. You jump, right? You're at like 80,000 feet, or 100,000 feet, or however high you are. The plane itself now is completely depressurized. Okay, all the people are like being sucked out of the plane, right? Because you're going like 400 miles an hour. Okay, so the people are flying out of the plane at full speed, right? It's just like a fountain of people. All then the plane obviously starts going down because it's depressurized and a lot of wind is rushing to the inside of the cabin. Like, that's not good. Okay, so you're jumping, you're having a good time. You look down, you look up, and the plane is doing a vertical nosedive straight towards you as people are still flying out of the plane. What do you do?
Do you know how plane physics work?
Of course I do. I'm a planologist, all right?
That's not what happens when the cabin gets depressurized.
Sure it is.
Okay.
It doesn't just make the plane nosedive.
Sure it does.
I'll let Torin answer this one.
Okay, you know what? How about this? The plane depressurizes. The pilot gets scared, gets up from his seat, and then he bumps the yoke, and then it does a nosedive. Yeah.
That's a whoopsie right there.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's bad at his job, I would say.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you do? Thorin, you barely talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Torin this one. I'm gonna sit out and just listen.
Okay, so I'm skydiving down and there's a plane flying at me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not really much I can do to escape a plane.
You are out of the plane, and the plane is falling.
Yeah, the most I'd try to do is angle my body away from the plane's path.
All right, so the plane rushes by you at like 800 miles an hour, right? Okay, the force of the air throws you back. You're flying through the air, right?
Yeah.
You lose progress on your skydive. But think of this: you're also still 100,000 feet up.
Didn't we start at like 80,000?
I said 80,000 or 100,000, wherever those planes fly.
Yeah, the plane flew down and just threw me up another 20,000 feet.
Yeah. So
That
what
just
do you
means
do
more
from here?
skydives.
See, but here's the thing: how much air do you think is at 100,000 feet?
Yeah, enough.
And you'll yeah, enough. You would need some launchers and tanks up there. And how cold do you think it's up there?
Honestly, I'll just throw on a winter jacket and I'll be fine.
Okay.
That I conveniently have with me
Sure.
when I'm skydiving.
Because according to the interwebs here, the temp at 100,000 feet is approximately the temperature at 100,000 feet is negative 67 degrees.
Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Degrees. Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit or Celsius? Degrees.
Fahrenheit. Okay, so it's negative 67 degrees Fahrenheit up there, right? You're at 100,000 feet. You're at 100,000, negative 62 degrees Fahrenheit. You're probably gonna die. So my question to you, sir, as you're falling through the sky at terminal velocity, why did you decide to jump?
Just thought it'd be a good time.
Was your plan? Was your goal not to make it to the ground alive?
You know, there was really no plan. It just kind of happened.
You just jump.
I just kind of looked over, saw the door, and went, huh, yeah, that'll be a good idea.
So, was that backpack really a parachute?
No. It had my laptop in.
All right. Play games on the way down.
Yeah. Gotta get that last second Comath games in.
You gotta get that victory royale. So you're flying down, right? By probably around 30,000 feet, your body's frozen. You're out of oxygen. You're dying at this. Your laptop flies out of your hand as you see the number one Victory Royale float away from you as you passed out. You're falling out of the sky. The plane has already hit the ground. You're falling. What's left of the survivors, which weren't many, crawl out of the wreckage. They look up and they see your dead body come down.
Hit the ground and splat.
All of you, body parts and everywhere are everywhere. The people, then your laptop hits the ground, and everybody sees that you got a victory royale on your way down. They all celebrate your victory before the laptop decides to break on them. So then what is left of what can be found is you buried there with a number
And
one.
I'm back.
With a number one Victory Royale gravestone.
I only have one question from that entire conversation that I just witnessed.
Okay.
How high up do you think
Hold on,
commercial?
you don't
No.
no. You you don't witness with your ears, sir.
No, I do. I have a special condition. How high up do you think? How high up do you think that commercial airlines fly?
Not 100,000 feet.
Not 80,000 feet either.
Oh, I know.
It's like 30,000 at most.
Oh, I know. I know.
Yeah, it's 33,000 to 40,000.
I knew that.
Oh boy.
It's
Yeah,
just the
so-
fact that you ran with that. It's the fact that you ran with that story for so long means that you didn't care.
Yeah, but I sung.
I was just grooving on my piano over here, so I was fine.
Yeah,
It was honestly quite sad music. It fits the mood.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was dying while realizing that Fortnite would be the last thing he would play in his life. I mean, that's a horrible story.
No, but I got my #1 victory royale. That's the best
Yeah,
way to end
yeah.
the life.
You got a big crew now, man.
I guess.
I finished with a smile on my face.
You passed
So-
out smiling.
Yes.
So
Also, what
For-
was that laptop made of that it survived falling from 100,000 feet?
it was a Dell Latitude.
Nokia made a laptop.
Huh?
Nokia made a laptop.
Kia.
But, oh,
No. All right. So, do you guys have any closing statements about today's episode and how you thought the first episode of the podcast went?
I would really appreciate it if Bernie Sanders would sponsor our podcast.
Oh,
All I'm gonna say is it would not be a good idea to go skydiving with Alex.
No, hold on a second. No, you're the one, Torn, who said you would put the guy away and save yourself, so I don't want to hear that.
Look, I'm not gonna take you guys up in a plane made of a barn or a hangar. Come on. I'll take you in one of those hang glider propeller things. Give one of those. We'll go to 100,000 feet. I can physically, mentally picture Caleb shaking his head right now. In
You're
disgust.
physically, mentally picturing?
Yes.
You're physically picturing?
Yes.
And that's our show. Thanks for watching, everyone. Check us out in 2 or 3 weeks whenever we get that sweet, sweet socialism money from Bernie Sanders. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day.
Hold on,
Mister.
what are you doing?
It's been
I'm
a
not.
joy. It's been a joy having you all.
Not allowed to do that.
Woo! We've loved having you all. This has been a great time. All right, see you next time.
All right,
Okay.
we're on
All right.
Instagram, Virtual Campfire Tangents. Okay, we're on Spotify. You guessed it, Virtual Campfire Tangents.
All the
Alright.
links will be in the description below.
You can also find us
you-
on YouTube, which is probably what you're on now.
You'll probably hear us on YouTube first. You know, as I try to sell before I can sell my soul to Spotify and get it on there as well. So
Yeah.
this for all you potential Spotify listeners, this will probably be a week or so delayed from whenever it gets uploaded on YouTube. So I'd like you to appreciate the blood covenant that I've been signing with Spotify. And right, keep going. I just wanted to let them know that.
Do you guys think that this was a good first episode?
I think it was a spectacular first episode.
Completely
And
outstanding.
honestly, so I'm going to choose the host for the next episode, and
Yeah.
Caleb, you are the host of the next episode.
Let's go. I don't have to do anything.
Woo! Man.
All right. We will see you all in the next episode.
All right, bye.
Bye.
C chord. Woo! All right. Woo. Oh, good times had by all. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I did, because I have to say this was quite fun making. So, watch out for any new information about
the next episode, because I hear that one's going to be quite the banger, you know. And I'm going to be the host of it too that time, so hopefully I don't disappoint everyone on my hosting debut of virtual campfire tangents. Anyway, thank you all for listening. You know, if you're Bernie Sanders or Aquafina or a parachute company, feel free to sponsor us. We'll take that donation and we'll talk about your stuff in the future. So, thank you all for listening and have a great rest of your day. See you next time. Bye.